What is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, aka Max, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome all back to, of course, another WWE 2K15 video. And today, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we are back to our universe mode, and more importantly, of course, we are on our last week before the pay-per-view. So of course that means that this week is very important because you guys have to get into the comments section below and let me know which matches you would like to see played through on the pay-per-view, because of course, as I said, we will always now, from this point on I should say, we'll be playing through 3, sometimes 4 matches. This pay-per-view will be a 3-match pay-per-view, so vote. I'm assuming obviously you want to see the main event between John Cena and Seth Rollins, so that's a lock. But then what is the other match that you want to see played through? Is it Ryback, or sorry, not Ryback, goodness gracious, why am I blanking out? Eric, oh my god, not Eric Rowan either. Luke Harper versus Dolph Ziggler. Is that one of the matches you would like to see? Is it the tag team championships of the world that you would like to see being defended, of course, by Goldust and Cody? No, sorry, the Usos against Goldust and Cody. Is it the United States Championship match between, of course, Rob Van Dam and Rusev? Goodness gracious, it's been a while since I've recorded the universe mode, so that's why I'm kind of blanking here. And then we also, of course, will have Googly Moogly. Oh, Bray Wyatt versus Batista. So let me know in the comment section below which of the matches you would like to see. Also, of course, there's a Divas Championship match that will be contested as well. But with that in mind, of course, let us get to this week's show. Of course, as always, I book the Monday Night Raw episodes, but then Friday night, we just see what happens based on the game booking it. So with that in mind, of course, we kick things off in the opening contest of the night as Tamina Snuka goes 1-on-1 against Brie Bella. And of course, Brie Bella has now indeed secured her position as #1 contender. So that's going to be quite an interesting contest to see unfold at the Payback pay-per-view. Of course, trying to get payback for her sister Nikki. Then we move on, ladies and gentlemen, to 2 lovely NXT superstars making their presence known here tonight, as it was Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn appearing on WWE television, and it was Rey Mysterio returning, hitting the 619 on an airborne Neville, as Neville goes for a dive but instead eats the 619 to the face. And the victory goes to, of course, Rey Mysterio here tonight. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, of course, in a very shocking turn of events, the WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line right here on the Monday Night Raw episode instead of the pay-per-view. Of course, Goldust and Cody Rhodes ask for the shot. They demand for the shot after victory after victory after victory, and they say that then, if they win, they will then not be forced to defend the championships at Payback because they want their payback now. Well, maybe that was a bad mistake and a bad move, because it was Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso who are victorious here tonight. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in the pay-per-view, we will have one opening for another contest that will be announced at a later date. With that in mind, we then move on to our co-main event of the evening as Roman Reigns and Big E go to war. But Roman Reigns once again comes up short here tonight against Big E. Very frustrated Roman Reigns. You can tell that the man doesn't really quite understand what is going on. He has definitely fallen off the pathway on which he thought we were all, we all thought he was going to be on, towards, of course, you know, championship quality competitor and such. But unfortunately for him, he is once again taking a step back, so it will be really interesting to see where we go next. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in our main event of the evening, it will indeed be the Ryback against Kane, or Ryback against Kane, I should say. But, of course, this is a matchup that has now had extra how do you say, stakes added to it, I guess, because Rob Van Dam is unable to compete at the Payback pay-per-view simply due to injuries, of course, suffered at the hands of Rusev with those steel steps 2 weeks in a row. But now we will decide a new #1 contender, as Ryback has volunteered himself. He has thrown his name in the hat, so to speak. The authority has, of course, voted for Kane to be the #1 contender. But it was Ryback interrupting and saying that he needs to have a shot. And that's how we have come to this match. So this will be interesting to see who wins this one and who goes on to face off, I should say, against, of course, the only Rusev, which is a task in and of itself. Look at this now, Ryback right away with a slam, rushing Kane here early on. We got a quick lockup situation here. Uh-oh. Another quick lockup here. Oh, Ryback's got it. Oh, reversal though from Kane, and Ryback goes over the ropes here. Oh, and right back in. Ryback comes in, eats a stomp to the chest, but locks right back up with Kane here. Uh-oh, and now it's Kane this time around. Outmaneuvers, and now Ryback sends him to the outside, returning the favor here, but Ryback instead opting for the suplex over the top rope. Quick cover. Only gets a 1 count there, does Ryback. Ryback, of course, has been a very, very impressive competitor lately. I have definitely been very, very, very highly impressed by the maneuvers and just in generally speaking, the techniques of Ryback have improved tremendously. So I'm very much intrigued to see if Ryback can overcome Kane here tonight and then potentially compete against, of course, Rusev for the United States Championship, because that will be an interesting match. Two very, very powerful, athletic, big men competing for that highly prestigious United States Championship, which I have to admit was quite, for a while there, was kind of useless. It was a title that didn't feel significant in any way, shape, or form, but Rusev's dominance and Rusev's impressiveness has really proven to raise the value of that title for sure, at least in my opinion. Oh my god, look at this now. Ryback reacting to the Goldberg chants. Of course, Ryback oftentimes compared to Bill Goldberg, which, to be honest, that's not a bad comparison to have being made about you, because I mean, Bill Goldberg is one of the most successful performers in all of wrestling. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. My god, Ryback is on point tonight, able to counter Kane in every situation that he needs to. And look at this now, Ryback, and again another belly-to-belly. Very impressive. You don't typically see Ryback go for that belly-to-belly. Seems to be a new weapon that he has added to his toolbox, and he is certainly using it very effectively. Oh my god, speaking of effectiveness, look at that beautiful spine buster by Ryback. Now Ryback's got him locked up. Uh-oh, reversal from Kane though. Ooh, nicely done. Into an arm breaker. The big red machine here. But Ryback comes back in. Oh my god, and another belly-to-belly from Ryback. And Ryback is calling for the end. He is showing that he wants to end this thing. Uh-oh, what's he going for? Oh my god, just slams Kane's head right off the canvas. Nothing pretty about that, but it sure as heck is effective, I'll tell you that much. Uh-oh. What's he going for here? Look at this, Ryback's got him up, and down goes Kane. Down goes Kane. Uh-oh. Ryback, he's got him up. Ryback goes to the corner, and now Ryback's coming off. Oh my god, meat hook clothesline. The meat hook clothesline. By god, Ryback just absolutely crushes Kane with that meat hook clothesline. Look at this. Kane trying to crawl out of the ring, but Ryback just too quick, too smart, and too explosive for Kane here tonight. And he's marching across the ring. Can he nail it? Yes, he can. Shell shock by Ryback. The quick cover, hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Good night, Kane, and good morning, Mr. Rusev, because you've got the most powerful challenge that you have yet to face coming your way. My goodness, am I excited to see Rusev versus Ryback. That's going to be an incredibly physical match. Quite possibly going to be the most physical match of the night at the Payback pay-per-view. And of course, that United States Championship will be on the line as Ryback attempts to dethrone the Russian, or the Bulgarian brute, I should say, Rusev. I really, really love the way that Ryback was able to utilize those belly-to-bellies throughout the match. I think that that really took a lot out of Kane. I think that was a very, very, very good technique for Ryback to utilize. Of course, requires a heck of a ton of strength, but Ryback is definitely no slouch in that department. There's the 1, the 2, the 3. Ryback marches on to the Payback pay-per-view as he will be challenging for the United States Championship. Uh-oh. Who's that? That's the Authority. Seth Rollins, of course, will be challenging for the title. What is happening? Oh my god, Ryback just joined the Authority. Oh my, so the Authority might have 2 titles around their waist come the pay-per-view, of course, because of course it will be Seth Rollins potentially taking the WWE Championship and Ryback potentially taking the United States title. Look at Ryback's face there. That looks spooky as heck. That looks scary. His expression there was just weird. That was quite weird indeed. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to, of course, Friday Night SmackDown, which is going to be a ton of fun, or at least it hopefully will be. And of course, this will be the final Friday night show before we move on to, of course, the Payback pay-per-view, which will be on next week. Now, disregard that it says #1 contenders because we already know that it's Brie Bella, it's not Nikki. But Nikki Bella still victorious here tonight against Naomi, a very game Naomi. She was quite on point here tonight, but unfortunately just a little bit behind Nikki Bella. Of course, Naomi has been out of action for a little while. Nikki Bella has been in action. Therefore, I think that the ring rust element played a factor here tonight. The Miz, the one and only The Miz, without Mizdow's assistance, actually manages to secure victory here tonight against Xavier Woods of course, The New Day. We then move on to the next contest of the night, which saw Luke Harper submit Dolph Ziggler. Of course, Dolph Ziggler did not tap out, but Luke Harper using that gator roll over and over and over and over again for, I don't know, like, we don't have the official time yet, but probably a good 5 minutes, I would imagine. And Dolph Ziggler was just out. He was just a lifeless corpse at that point. The referee forced to call the KO submission, and therefore Luke Harper is victorious here tonight. But of course, Luke Harper will have to defend the Intercontinental Championship at the Payback pay-per-view, and will it be Dolph Ziggler who is able to come out on top in that match? And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and simulate this match because we don't want to play the tag team matches again. Jimmy and Jey Uso defeat Cody Rhodes and Goldust here tonight once again. Of course, Cody and Goldust losing the WWE Tag Team Championship opportunity that they had for the Payback pay-per-view on Monday Night Raw. Tonight, they, well, let's just say poked fun at Jimmy and Jey Uso over and over and over again. Jimmy and Jey come out. They say, we're not giving you a title shot again, but we certainly are willing to kick your butts once again. And they did exactly that in our co-main event of the evening. And our main event of the evening will, of course, see Cesaro coming back to action to take on Mark Henry. Of course, Mark Henry making his return against The Big Show and being victorious against him, which was quite an impressive contest in and of itself. But now it will be Cesaro against Mark Henry. Of course, Mark Henry saying that Cesaro is the least of Big Show's concerns because he is not an impressive competitor and he's a slouch and he's a nobody. Well, Cesaro wanted to prove him wrong here tonight, so that is why we've got this match here, which is of course going to see Mark Henry take on one-on-one Cesaro, and we'll see where this matchup goes. And there's of course Mark Henry, a very impressive Mark Henry making his return, defeating the Big Show, which was quite... Oh, uh-oh. The Big Show's down here. What's he doing here? Big Show has suffered losses to both of these men, which is interesting. All right, I'm not sure what he's doing down here, but he is out here. And look at this now. Cesaro right away locking up with Mark Henry. And the big suplex right off the bat. What a power move right away by Cesaro. And that's the kind of move that can really change the pace of the match right off the bat and set the pace in favor of Cesaro, who now delivers a couple of knee drops. You can see Cesaro staying away from Big Show. Very smart here is Cesaro. And look at this. Tosses Mark Henry into the corner. He's got him up. My God, look at that. Nice sit-down scoop slam. Covers him. Rope break by Henry. Good job. Able to really keep good presence of where he is in the ring. Uh-oh. Look at these two guys. They're going at it. Big Show. Big Show causing a distraction here. The referee's saying, oh my God. And now Henry. Henry with the clubbing blow right to the back. Right to the back of Cesaro. Oh my God, he nails him again. And Cesaro's in big trouble. Uh-oh, he's getting gorilla pressed. Oh my God, Mark Henry drives Cesaro. Oh my God, and Cesaro just able to kick out, I think just purely on instinct. He kicks out before even the 2 count, but you can see he is 100% out of it. And now Cesaro's got him up. Oh my God. I was going to say Cesaro's got him up, but that was countered by Mark Henry, and he ragdolls Cesaro into the air. As impressive as Cesaro's strength is with a, you know, when he catapults his enemies into the air, that was that much more impressive by Mark Henry there. And now look at this Cesaro with a big boot. Cesaro just trying to separate himself from Mark Henry, just trying to create a little bit of distance, trying to create a little bit of breathing room, but instead he gets tilt-a-whirl slammed right into the canvas. In front of the Big Show here. Uh-oh, reversal. Reversal from Cesaro. And look at this now. Cesaro just barely able to deliver that power maneuver. And I'm just trying to create a bit of separation here as Cesaro, who goes to the outside. I'm not sure what's he doing here. I think he was trying to create a bit of breathing room. Oh, but he gets caught. He gets caught. Bam! World's strongest slam. The world's strongest slam from Mark Henry. The 1, the 2, the 3. Cesaro suffers his first defeat in probably a good 3 months or so. So he's been very, very impressive as of late. But tonight, I have to be honest, thanks to the Big Show and his constant distractions and detractions, I really think that influenced the contest here. Oh my god, look at that. Just barely able to catch him. You could see the knees of Mark Henry buckling on him almost. And then he's able to recover, repositions, hits the world's strongest slam. Oh, referee, he missed it. Cesaro had the ropes. Cesaro had his arm was right underneath the ropes.
Here is your winner.
That should have been a rope break. I believe Cesaro's fingers were touching the ropes. Wow. That was a little bit of an unfair contest. My god. Okay, well, I guess it happened, but I think this is a contest that needs to be rematched, that's for sure, at least in my personal opinion. But with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Of course, that is another WWE 2K15 Universe Mode episode in the books. Of course, if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button and let me know which matches you would like to see contested on the pay-per-view. And I will indeed see you folks later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.